Alrighty, let's get this going, hey? Alright, cool. Everything's good. Awesome. Alrighty, let's see what missions we got for the day. I haven't taken a look yet, so let's see. Some Portal and Dragon, Forest and Blood, and win 5 matches. So Forest and Blood's good because I got a Blood deck that I can now run pretty well. Dragon Portal, not really feeling, so I might try replacing that out, see what we get. BloodCraft, cool. Lower rewards, but overall more efficient, since I have to play much less games. So we can go straight into just playing the Blood deck, which should be a bit of fun. Oh, something different. Ugh.
I hope you're ready to escort me.
Is fighting and despair all you know?
Florist, Jewel. Florist, not great. Jewel, okay. We'll hold on to that. We can get a Disciple of Lust into Jewel, which seems like an okay setup. Knight of Purgatory, not great to have in our hand, I guess. Start with that play.
A precious life deserves a precious death.
More jewels, more!
Alright, so we hit in, we get that triggers, which is fine. We get that at the end of each turn, plus we're setting up damage, and now we've got 2 of them. If we're in Vengeance or Wrath, you get the Restore 4, so that is pretty easy to set up. It's a bit of a pity, but not the biggest deal, I guess. How do I do this now? So I go Jeweled, Trample, Relentless, and then hit face. So we take that damage, and then we trigger the Florist play for 3. That's pretty nice, I think, overall. Alright. This is also not a bad hand, right? We're not quite ready for that trigger, unfortunately, but I could trigger it with the Blood. Which means with Wrath active, I get +2/+2 and Rush. Seems worth it. I mean, that seems pretty good, right?
Allow me to bestow a crimson kiss.
Plus we get Drained, which is pretty good, actually. And we're also in the trigger for the Restore 4 now. Start of the opponent's turn. Which means we go back up to 20, right? Cool. I'm kind of happy with that.
This is definitive proof of God's authority.
I have lost.
Nice. They just concede when they realize we're going to get that buff. Sweet.
I hope you got what you wanted.
Alright, so 1 win down. Good start for the Blood deck. Hopefully I'm wrapping up this conversation. Someone messaged me just before I started streaming with an offer for me for stuff, so I was like, oh well, I probably should respond to that. And I just hit like go live, and I'm like, well, I can't really like hold this off too much longer, so I'll start this conversation. Cool. That's easy. Sorted out my son's Christmas at that point.
I hope you're
Awesome.
ready to escort me.
Omateot, all systems online.
I have no qualms with arguing over price on that, man. Cool. Cool. Blood-fed flowerbirds, good start. Sorted out that now. Awesome. That's actually kind of awesome. I wanted to give my son a Switch Lite, and it's just been, I wanted to pick one up at the right price used. And a friend of mine messaged me. He's like, yeah, I've got one that I haven't used for a while, and he's like, you know, for what kind of price, whatever. We settled on one, which is good.
A precious life
Awesome,
deserves a
actually.
precious death.
More jewels, more.
Oh, make a great little gift for him. He's quite enjoyed some of the Pokemon game stuff.
Guns speak.
I was happy to get him something, you know, small enough. If I could get it under a certain price point. Because he likes to use my Switch, but it's a bit big for his little hands. Alright, this looks like an okay start for me, honestly.
I'll split you like a diamond.
This gets me decent amount of triggers going early. We're actually going to be healing as well, because we're at the trigger point now for Wrath. This deck is just really consistent so far. We've had some really good hands. I feel like this deck could easily do well. Ugh. Alright, cool. Alright, we should be good to keep going with this now. How do I want to handle my next turn? I could just play another prison if I want.
My word.
That'll give me another Florist guaranteed.
Guns speak. You just gotta listen.
Again, I'll probably wipe my board anyway. Draw an enemy follower, then if Wrath is active, you deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. That's pretty nice, actually, to hold for 6 a lot of the time. But obviously, if I need it, like last game, it's good. I can play it on curve and really even things out, which would be nice. This is kind of rough, but I can't really do a lot against it. So what is the trigger for this invocation? At the end of your turn, if Wrath is active, you invoke this card, then banish all Knights Purgatory into your deck. So that should be the case, right? I should have had Wrath active last turn. I have to be in hand? Maybe. Oh, I think maybe it has to be in your hand, right? So that's probably the trigger. So if I just play Prison, I get all the triggers I need. So we trigger for the hits. Hit. Florist gets played from our deck.
You have summoned the
And and then Knight of Purgatory gets played from the deck as well. Cool. So that's what I needed for that trigger. Cool. Awesome.
You cannot escape from me.
Break them.
I'll see you in purgatory.
It's time you got a taste of your own despair.
I gotta sort this. This will be good. This will be a good board, right? To deal with, I think. I just gotta deal with the board. What am I gonna do next? They took out my award. They've set up some defenses.
This little guy's my partner.
These will both disappear. It's fine. Frees up board space. Florist dies, then I heal. I can now play this and get the drain off it, I guess. I'd like another Florist play.
Melt under.
I think that's what I kind of want.
Be extinguished so easily.
So I've already got the one trigger. I'd need at least play that and that together, I reckon. Or I can play both Blood Feds, although that doesn't seem that great because I'll be taking way too much damage, maybe. That would... I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this. Because either way, I'm taking damage.
Striking for optimal damage. We do not
And I don't
require
really have any good ways to heal at this point.
Gotta reload.
That's risky. Alright, then I can end here. Summon the Florus out of my deck. Lucky I didn't draw it, because we're now at max hand size. We've got a heal now, at least, in hand. And we've got these, which actually do really well. Do 1 damage cheerleader, otherwise gain +1/+1 in Storm. So they're effectively 3/3 Storms. I just don't know what Portal can do, and that's kind of what worries me a little bit. In cup today. You know, I had like a pack of 4 of these cups or something. It was a blue one, a yellow one, a blue one. Wait, did I say blue? Red, yellow, blue, and yellow, and pink. We got 4 colored cups to use, and the blue one doesn't show up on stream very well. So 3 out of 4 are good. So there's a lot of trading going on. I'm not really surprised, given that this is an artifact-based deck. It's actually kind of a tough match for me right now, because dealing with all this is kind of annoying. I could go with this, destroy an enemy follower, then if Wrath is active for you, deal 4 to the enemy leader. It's just that I am limited to 3 damage. And we don't really have a good follow-up from here anyway. I could also just play this to heal 4, along with the Jeweled, if I want. Isn't honestly the worst play. My other option would be to actually just play all 3 of these, and go for like 6 damage plus the Jeweled, which actually I think is optimal, right? Yeah. I think that's the play I need to make. Because this gets me, I think, the biggest benefit.
A precious life deserves a precious death. Get ready to fly.
It's just shitty that I have to kind of, the way I have to end this turn. Well, that's nice, actually.
Raise the price.
I can actually pretty much use this to wipe out my opponent, I think. Just have to get lucky. Actually, no, I don't even need to get lucky, right? 3. I'm gonna be 1 damage short, I think. Because that'll deal 3. These will deal 1 each. So yeah, 1 damage currently.
It's the small things in life.
System's overloaded.
System overloaded. They quit. Oh, thank God. I was a little concerned because Portal has so many tools to clear this, and I'm still going to be 1 damage off lethal at least from
I
my
hope you got what
my
you
board here.
wanted.
I might have actually still been able to buy enough time though, hopefully, and that would have been the aim. Awesome though, we're making good progress already because obviously the weeks have reset. I think that also means we've got other challenges I should probably check on, right? I can take a look. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at the missions for Battle Pass. I think they reset with the weeklies as well, do they? No, they don't. These are, okay, so these are purely monthly. That's fine. I wasn't sure if some of these reset or not, like the Take-Two ones and stuff, but they don't. Okay. So that's probably achievable today, maybe, if we get lucky with a few more wins. I'm only playing until 8 my time, which is only another, like, 50 minutes. So we're only going to have a short stream at about an hour, because I got my son down in bed a little bit later tonight, and I have to have a shower later. So I don't want to leave too much time. Luckily, there's not too much going on in Shadowverse at the moment, so really we're just trialing this blood deck around and seeing how it will go for probably an hour. Which is fun. And anyone who chills, of course. Plus, then this can get uploaded to YouTube, and anyone can... It's a good, you know, chunk of content, so... Alright.
Hope you're ready to escort me.
Let's go. Show them their fate, Momo. Show them their fate. I actually don't mind this card. Like, it's good on 6, but it's good on like for 1 as well, because they can draw a card. I would have preferred something else in the middle here, and we are going first. We only get 1 draw, but we'll see. Demonic Ram. Okay. Not really what I'm after, but it'll do, I guess. We might hold off on playing anything and see what we get next turn. Because I can always just drop Demonic Ram next turn, I guess. Not great, but it'll do. Restless Parish isn't actually doing anything. But now we can play Ram. If your leader takes damage during your turn, restore 2 defense, which means I can kind of counterbalance all my damage I plan on dealing to myself over the next turn or so. Okay, that's not bad. 1 damage, otherwise gain 1 on Storm. I almost want to use that, just so I can out this, but I should just use this first and see what I get. And that's bad, okay. Well, we're going to do it this way then. Trade into that, and then we'll go face.
Don't look so disappointed.
Not optimal at all. But I was hoping to get another 0-cost card or something. Or even a 1-cost card. A 1 or 0-cost card would have done it for a free Florus. Another Ram. Not really what I'm after. Wrath isn't going to be active for me, so that's not doing anything. Countdown, do 1 damage to your leader and draw a card. It's fine when that's at 0. Not so good now. Would require me playing out everything. I think I just dropped the Florus, honestly. We go big with our play, dropping it. That way we can just kind of go for damage, which is alright. I think I like that play a bit. We'll see if it works. Their Evo is kind of nasty, but I can't really do anything about that now, so... We've still got another Demonic Ram. It's not the perfect replacement for the card I replaced, but it does its job. It's just an extra body. Okay, they played the Summit for the draw. Cudgel is banished, which is epic against our deck. It's actually one of the few matchups don't know if I'm a fan of for this deck either. Because obviously being an aggro burn deck, you need to keep damage stuck, and that's not that easy to do. So Devilish Diva does become live. Not that it seems super useful here. Although, it is actually kind of playable because it will trigger the Florist play. We're also a fair bit off the Wrath, I think, right? Yeah. So we won't be able to get both, will we? Oh, I suppose I can get both if I do this right. Okay. So we go with this. We Evo it ourselves. Then we kill off the 4/2. Which takes us a bit, but sure. That gets us individual damage. Ambling gets us another damage, and then I think because of the fact that it'll be triggerable now with the Wrath play, I don't know how to check. Is there a good way to check for Wrath on here? Battle stats? Oh, no. I don't think this lists it either. Right? No. Alright, well... No easy way to check, but that's fine. I think with this we trigger it. Then when I do this, yeah, it triggers the Knights of Purgatory, which summons our ward. Actually sets us up a pretty nice board. Bit of a pain to deal with immediately, unless you have like the 1 removal spell that does this job on turn 5. Which I don't know if Stormhaven really runs anyway, so it's pretty good for us. This forces some good trades. They either have to trade into that or that. Honestly, removing this is going to be crucial to them, so they need to do it now if they're going to do it. That was a pretty nice one. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got another one. Problem is I can't hit anything with it, which means I can't trigger its strikes. If I could use its strikes, I'd actually use it right now because it'd be really good. For now, though, Demonic Ram and probably just Purg. And then... I don't really have another play I want to use. I'm probably just going to hit for 1. Pass. I think that's my line of play, honestly. I think that's what I want to go with. Alright, so we got Devilish Diva, which will be really good when I can trigger it. Rogue Vampire as well is alright. Unfortunately, we don't get the deal damage to leader effect, so I will be relying on something else to trigger the actual damage I need. But we lose 0 health total from it, no matter what. Because we get healed by Ram every time we deal damage to ourselves. Oh, okay, maybe not now, but either way. I mean, the +5 on it already counterbalances it, and we actually go +2 on health.
Is the mercy I can afford you.
I'll see you in Are you the enemy?
Okay, okay. Have they got multiple of this? Because that's kind of annoying. No, alright, just one, that's fine. And that's kind of what I needed. Awesome. So we can go this. That automatically evos. This gets its buff,
Allow me to bestow a crimson kiss.
which will do its job. So we can trade it into there and heal 3.
I've been spotted.
We can send that into that, deal 3 to us, which will then heal 5. And then I can activate Madness Revealed to deal another 4 to me, which will set me up for healing 8.
Let me weave you a lie.
And then we have Floris on board, which is just really good. I don't think I use an Evo yet, though. If I Evo it, they can just kind of trade another one of those angels into it if they've got one. And that just doesn't really help us that much since we're already healing 8 next turn. Although, I guess if they've got multiple angels, they're just kind of killing me anyway, so their potential is there. Definitely possible to kill me from here. It's just they need the right cards at the right time. That's a great trader. Alright. That's gonna be good, right? Yeah.
Don't forget to snag some merch.
Oh, and Haven Fire, yeah, fuck. That's bad. Luckily we're healing anyway. But we got really no play now, outside of getting like Dark Feast Bat into our hand, I think. Which isn't that easy. Suppose I'm not too concerned with just taking damage, so we're just going to use this to deal 5. And we're going to hope for the Dark Feast Bat or something off the draw. Or, well, actually, no, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what else I could draw. That would even benefit me here. That's good, they traded themselves. Because of their health decrease, you know. At least it mates a couple of things. Alright, so I really want a Dark Feast Bat. We have 1 in the entire deck.
You walked into the wrong forest, friend.
That's probably the next most optimal card I could get. That one, not so much. So I'm going to hold it. Yep, that's good. Still not great. I couldn't afford to risk taking any more damage than the potential I was taking for drawing. Just in case they have the lethal, which they could definitely still have from here. Okay, sneak attack. And that's game. Damn. That's unfortunate.
I suppose I've lost this one.
It's a little sad. That's alright though. I mean, we only lost 1 out of 3 so far. Or 1 out of 2. Yeah, 1 out of 3, so we've won 2. That's quite acceptable. Especially since I think that, like I said, one of our worst matchups. Since any kind of Haven deck, both Storm or Healing, can both, you know, obviously heal and just clear. So, I think we actually do have a slightly better matchup against Elena, only because of the way our cards function. But against Stormhaven, if they can just do what they just did to us then yeah, I'm really just playing for time at that point. Especially if I don't draw it really optimally.
I hope you're ready to escort me.
I'm going second, so I need a decent start here. Okay, I guess. Okay. So we're 1 card off a Floris combo. And I don't really want to play any of this early, but we're playing against Haven again, which isn't really, you know, going to go well. It's unfortunate, because that is a perfect combo setup too. Alright. Okay. Hey man, what's up?
Ahoy, musk fruit.
Oh, that's not bad either though. How do I want to do this? I could play the Ambling, not that I really probably should at this point. So I think we just pass again. Dude, Shadowverse. Nice. Welcome to the game. Yeah, it's like back, because I started playing quite a long time ago originally. And yeah, the game's really a lot harder than it used to be for a beginning sort of spot. I've pretty much started fresh from rotation at the moment since I missed every expansion, taking a big break. I chose to beat Nexus. Yeah, oh no, that fight. Yeah, no, that fight is not fun. That fight is a tough one. Oh, that Nexus fight. A lot of the big boss battle fights are actually a little bit of a pain. It just seems like they have very, very good decks usually. I think one of the last story chapters, that last boss fight took me probably nearly 10 goes to finish. Damn it, they had Cudgel. Just because I didn't have like optimal card setups or deck designs for dealing with their deck, and I was like, oh no, this is a pain. To go for another Florist, but it's not going to trigger immediately. Got Scrappy now, which is okay, I guess, which will deal damage to ourselves. I don't really want to give them a bunch with Bloodkins, but I'm going to have to give them at least one, I think, to make the play. Actually, how far are we off that? 3, so I can get multiple triggers, which is good. I just need to play this well. 1. That actually gets me what I want, right? At the end of turn, though, not immediately. So go with the double bloods. That gets me to 7, which does get us the Storm +1/+1, which is what I want. I want the plus on it.
Check out my fancy footwork. Get ready to
I want to kill that. I forgot that it does otherwise. I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. Resurrection Melee story and Elden Ring story, yeah. There is a lot. Like, for a new player, there is a lot of story. Ground's story is quite good. You should have fun with that one. I don't. The early story also I feel is actually like some of the worst writing wise. Typically, everything after you get past Nexus is actually quite good. They really seem to have upped the story quality after that. They got a decent either decent writing stuff or something, or better writing stuff to write the story. Okay, so what's going to happen here? That's the real question. This is not the best matchup for me, that's for sure. This is the second time we're playing against Summit Haven.
I wasn't good enough.
If I can go with Jewel. Kind of have to. God, this hurts. I don't have any good way to do anything.
a precious life deserves a precious death.
I'm gonna play that so I can start getting some draw going, maybe.
More jewels, more.
Do that. We'll heal, don't we? No, why don't we heal? Oh, we do. We heal at the start, sorry, of your opponent's turn. That's alright.
Power vested in me.
Into the wrong forest,
By
friend.
the power vested in me.
Into the wrong
And I'm dead.
forest, friend.
Honestly, kind of expected it.
Suppose I've lost this one.
Alright, so we're 2-2 with this deck so far. I was, like I said, really hoping that had a better matchup, but that one's a bit rough. I don't really know how I should play against it perfectly yet. If I didn't fuck up the Florist play as well, maybe I could have done better. I would have had a Florist and a Ward that turn, which would have ate some more damage for me. Alright, let's see. Alright, BloodCraft. We did okay. It was about 50-50 on how that match was going to go. Florist my opening isn't really what I want, but the Prison and Bloodkin's okay. If I can get another 0 cost, I guarantee the Florist on 3. I would like to get more though. Luckily, with going second, we do get a couple more cards, so it gives us more options. Although drawing Florist and a Knight of Purgatory, like one Knight of Purgatory is fine. I don't really want to draw the Florist though. I'm gonna pass it. It's also got last word for Paragon Shift. Which is actually kind of annoying. Because it lets them summon artifacts for free. Obviously, you need to reduce them first, but that's not really hard to do in BloodCraft these days. Alright, I'm going to set this up. See what happens. I honestly don't know how I play against this one. Each of these followers can be added to your hand only once with each effect. Okay. That kind of fixes it up a little bit, but not great. Okay. So, Prison, Blood, Restless, sorry. We're actually gonna lose 0 health total, I think. Yeah. Waiting for a response. And then with the end, I get the heal and I get the summon.
Weave you a lie.
Cool. I think we're also nearly live on this as well now. For Wrath. I don't have a good way to check Wrath, though, do I? Oh, here. This one's good. 4 out of 7. Yeah, we're not too far off. I could probably nearly trigger that in the next turn, honestly. Alright.
My word is my bond.
I mean, they're going to have a decent setup. We get the extra draw here. We got the Dark Feast bat. That's actually going to be pretty good. Times 6 your leader's damage during your turn in this match. Yeah, so you can get that up pretty high in this deck. How do I want to do this? I think I'll use this to draw. That's the one. We're going to have 2 on that. 3, 4. I can't play another one. I think I might Evo this.
Striking for optimal damage.
Trade up that. End my turn, which will keep us healing. Get the Florist play going. And we should also be live on that now. Which means the next time, as long as I don't draw into it, I'm going to have another board come up. Which will be pretty decent. We're also just dealing damage every turn at this point.
My word is my bond.
Cool. So I can guarantee the Florist play with this, if I want, which is probably what I'm going to do, honestly. It also gets me some damage in early.
Morality to our begin. Give in to your desires.
Actually, have we already summoned 2 Florists? Yeah, so I actually can't summon a 3rd, right? I think we've already summoned 2. Played cards. It doesn't count Florist because I didn't actually play it. Destroyed followers, that'll do it. Yeah, 2, and there's 1 in hand, so that one won't be summonable. So maybe I just Restless, which I should have done first, honestly. We're guaranteed to get the ward, which is fine. So that just sets up more damage on Dark Feast, which is now at 14. Gets us a decent board state. And now we just got to buy a couple of turns, which might be doable.
Omega Drive limiters disengaged.
Alright, Omega Drive limiters disengaged. That sounds scary. Every level, you know, 1, 2, 3, every level's scary. Alright, it's about 7:30. I've got about half an hour to continue streaming at the moment before I go off and do some stuff I have to do.
Initiating divine termination. I'll see you in purgatory. We're on red alert. Repeat,
Alright,
we're on red
this
alert.
is not so bad so far. They're gonna have to out this, ideally, aren't they? Yep. That's actually really good because they heal as well. That's really nice for them. Okay. Destroy only if Wrath is actually deal 4, so I do get 4 damage off that no matter what if I use it. But I think going with this and then into that is what I want to do. Because this can give me 5 damage right now.
Okay, that's enough for me.
And we're going to heal the max.
Time to dance for your get ready to fly.
So we may as well do that. Get that as well. And we'll just set this up
Allow me to bestow
for extra.
crimson
Just more board presence, honestly. Try and absorb some hits that they could send to my face instead. Because the following turn is really just probably going to be like a Knight of Purgatory and a Scrap Werewolf to buy us time. That or a Florist maybe, depending on our health total. Although that heals for 4, so it's kind of just good on fanfare. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much they heal because we're going to be doing it like nearly a guaranteed 20 damage at this point. I think we'll be 1 off. I think we'll be on 19. Don't we? Oh no, because end of turn we'll just end them anyway. on that turn.
I wasn't good
I think.
enough.
Well, not quite actually. I think we're gonna be the one off. That's kind of sad. Oh, that kind of fixes that problem. Alright, so we play the... How do we do this? How do I do this? So that lets me take out one of those. This heals
You
me.
have summoned the blade of purgation here.
That lets me take something out,
Footwork.
and that sets us up the next turn. We evo this so I can run over this.
And the sight of try and break this
That kills that. We deal 3 to ourselves, which is fine. We're dealing 3 to them as well. We're now at 20 damage on the Dark Face Bat, which means from 20 total health, which you can have max health increases, but I don't think they're going to get above that somehow.
terminus.
Unless they finish me this turn, or they do have the Neapolitan Amulet. If they run that, the Neapolitan Amulet or whatever it is, then that's trouble as well. But looks like they're going to focus on removal. I hope.
Good enough.
But please don't have the amulet. Okay, good sign, good sign. Awesome, that should be game then. Dark Feast Bat, 20 damage to face.
Do you call yourself a fan?
Nice little bit of setup. I just need to buy, like, those 2 turns, really. I needed those 2 turns to work for me, and just buy time.
I hope you got what you wanted.
Alright, that's going to put us back up over 4k for now. Also getting up that Battle Pass stuff, so we've got 2 more at least that I want to finish. Minimum. This is my minimum bar that I'm setting myself for the stream. I always like to get at least my dailies done, ideally, when I'm streaming, if I haven't already done them. They're always set to reset, you know, around that streaming time period, so that I've got them all ready to go most of the
I hope
time,
you're ready
or
to
they're like
escort
just
me.
coming on.
My barrier is impenetrable.
Alright. Havencraft. I still don't know how to really play against this, but we're going to do our best. I'm thinking of this time not focusing on the Florets as much, and mostly focusing on this, but we'll see. If I draw a 0-cost card, I may hold off. No 0-cost card, and we drew the Florist, so we're going to play this and draw for 1, and then we hit the 0-cost card, okay. Okay, so it would have been worth waiting in that situation. If I can play a Jewel, and if it sticks, I would have had Florist next turn. I think even now I have it.
Deserves it more, Jules, more.
I think I have it next turn with my current hand, if this sticks to the board anyway now.
Demonic blades have nothing on my knife.
Alright, cool, that's gonna stick. The health increase is kinda not okay, but the rest of this is fine now. So we can do this, we can do this, and we can do that.
Yes. Open
I
wide.
do then have to pass, which kinda sucks, but
More,
I mean,
Jules,
what can we do?
more.
Let me weave you a lie.
Guarantees us the 5-3 on turn 3. God, I missed the days where I could pull that off on turn 1. Those were the days, you know. Floros on turn 1 required the perfect hand. You needed to literally, like, 1-drop Ambling Wraith into 3 0-costs to pull it off, or just like 4 0-costs. That's also a possibility, but like your options were very limited. You had to get the perfect opening hand to pull it off. Always spectacular when you did, though. Like, you just play them all and you're like, oh yes, you like my board, mate? And then they're like, oh yes, concede button. That's pretty good. If they have the 0-cost heal as well, they're going to be really well off here. I still need 1 more damage for this to be
Is
triggerable.
my bond.
Alright, doesn't look like they got
So
it,
much for that axe.
so that's good. What do I want to do now? I can force the trigger and get... I can get both if I use Devilish. I think is what I want to do.
Honorable fight to you.
I think if I go Devilish,
Immorality
use its
for
effect.
begin. Optimal damage.
Requires me evoing it itself,
Let ya give in to
but
your
this does
design.
3, while healing me for 5, so I get +2. We deal the damage, and then when we end, we get both triggers.
Summoned the blade of
Weave you
purgation.
a lie.
Also, our luck on having this in hand is insane.
Raise the price.
And then, yeah, we heal for 2, because we're actually healing for 4, because of Vengeance, so we're actually back to max health.
None can pierce my shield.
That's pretty good, I think, so far.
I paid so much for that axe.
Of course, they had another one, but, you know, I think we did a good job setting up board.
I'll see you in purgatory.
think we did an okay job, considering. No good play now, which is unfortunate. I have to wipe this out, which sucks, and it doesn't matter which way I go, I have to trade.
Let me read you a lie.
Okay, that's enough.
At least that'll be 2 out of 3 of those so far.
These fists cause me pain.
And then we'll just set up some ping damage, I guess. There's still a chance, because we can always hit Dark Feast, even if it's a 1-of. I probably actually want to up that to 2, I'm thinking right now. I'm running it as a 1-of, but like, I don't know. It just feels like it could do better. I think I play this.
You have summoned the
And I just try and
grand
cycle
purgation here.
more cards. Alright, we'll play that and we'll end. This is not optimal at all, by the way. Yeah. I don't really know what I want to do with the rest of this now, because we don't really have any draw power in our hand. Dark Feast bat's a 1 in 24. And we need it to go off perfectly, and we're going to need to do more damage to ourselves still to get it up high enough, because they can heal to 21 currently. Actually, I think that's going to make it 22, right? Because that gets a +1 increase. So we can do this now.
Allow me to bestow melt under my touch.
Fine.
I'll make your taste buds quiver.
Play this one.
Fancy footwork.
Don't know if I want to Evo or not. I also haven't dealt any extra damage to myself this turn, have I? I'm not going to either, which is disappointing. So I'm only able to get 1 damage here and 1 damage here, and then potentially the 1 damage here. Which, even if I played that, actually, the Florist would only clog my board, so we might try and spread out our damage a bit,
Irritated me.
just in case.
We do not require. Let us intervene.
So I can go for 6 here. 7, actually, with the ping. Yep, I did just spill that on myself again. As usual, you know. When you just miss your face and you go, yep, just enough that it dribbles down you and you go, fuck's sake, everywhere. Well, not everywhere, just inconvenient. This isn't good, by the way. No, this is very bad. We don't really have the power to do anything here. So it's just going to be a passing turn, I think. And they're going to start doing this shit.
The best medicine.
And we can't attack those as long as they use Repose, so we can't even play our combo out here to actually do anything substantial, which is really bad. Now that I've got Restless, I've got the potential, I guess. I should probably just use it for a healing setup, because they're going to deal some damage next turn. And we're still trying to get our Dark Feast bat. We're on a count of 17, which isn't too bad. If they can just lethal me from here, I'll accept it. Like, dealing that damage to myself was a risk, but hopefully it's a calculated enough risk that it's not a big problem.
I knew it.
Alright, that has Ward. Not really a problem if we end up with Dark Feast in our hand, but
King.
what are they going to do next? So they're going to attack. That's going to heal. Okay, so that's actually still in range of being killed. Good.
Let the immorality tour begin.
We can take this
Give in to
out,
your desires.
and I heal for 5. I can play Bloodfed and this,
A precious
and that'll heal me
life
for
deserves a
4
precious
while dealing 2, so I'm going to go back to 20. Probably still die next turn, but, you know, worth it.
Raise the price.
1 in 20 card chance. Not good, by any stretch of the imagination.
Surprise emerge.
It almost feels like I almost want to run Dark Beast at 3,
For that axe.
which I could do.
The gems light your
Don't get me wrong, I can do that. I went for the trade option instead this time. That could backfire if I draw well. Come on. Nope, that's not it. Alright, play it is. I think I'm dead.
You're a true warrior of worth.
Whoa, they quit. Oh my god. Why? They weren't decking. They just gave me the game. They just threw their game. I'm pretty sure they literally lethal me next turn with Evo, right? Even without, like, healing, they just Evo kill me because I'm at 18. That was such a weird decision. People on ladder sometimes, I swear, even in Masters Division, they do weird shit like that. You know, you've got a perfect lethal setup, concede, and you go, okay, I guess you don't care about your ranking, that's fine, but man, like, don't just do that to a guy. I was willing to fully accept my loss at that point.
I hope you're ready to
This is
escort
Rune,
me.
right? This should be an okay match. Oh no, wait, Shadow, sorry. This is Shadow, so this could be interesting. That gets Rush, and it deals 1 damage, so we might hold on to that for the moment. Could be the card I'm looking for to stick to the boards shortly. I mean, it's better when you can use it with Storm, but it's fine as is. Oh, and we got the dart. We got that as well. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I would like a 0-cost card, because then I don't have to use the Disciple of Lust unreliably. Because I'm not going to be able to stick it to the board because of the 1-2 here. So if I can score a 0-cost card, that would be real optimal right now. And that's not a 0-cost card, but it's not bad. I could play it and kill off the 2-2, which I think is what I'm going to do.
My fancy footwork. Get ready to fly.
It also just starts upping our Blood Feast count. So we're going to be at 4, I think, now. 3? Well, no, we're at 3. Okay, we're at 3. That's fine. Because now it's kind of just a game of, can we get to turn 8? Because this deck shouldn't really be able to stop it. Alright, I think that's alright, right? No, it's not, because I'm not going to be able to play them all. Alright, we'll take the chance. 0 cost? Oh, that's not it. Alright, well, that kind of sucks. We're going to play this out then, see if I can stick it to the board this turn. Because we only have the 1... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, because I couldn't attack with the 1-1. Alright. And I wouldn't have had enough points to play the Werewolf at the same time as the other 2 that I needed to play. So this is fine, this is fine. Atomy, okay, that's not as fine, I guess. Now I need an answer to this. It needs to be a good answer, not a bad answer. I can't rely on anything, which kind of sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can definitely do it. I just can't out this at the same time, and that's really going to hurt me. That kind of is going to really hurt. I'm going to... unless I trade... I think if I trade everything, do I have a chance? That's 5 plus this is 3. Yeah, we can out that. It just takes every card I have.
Optimal damage.
At least we get the Florist play though, and I don't know if we're live enough for that yet, but we might be close. Yeah, okay, we are. Cool. So we were close enough to get the ward, which now they'll probably send the 1-2 into. They can strike ward in the leader, which honestly is more beneficial to them than it is to me, but you know, I don't know what my next play is, so my next play may just be to drop Knight of Purgatory and heal for 4. Cool though, that's actually the way I wanted that to go. I would rather they killed that than killed the Florist straight up. Now it's going to take more to trade.
Hours upon us.
Ugh. I mean, it would take the same to trade. I just feel this feels better to me. Honestly, it feels a bit better when they do it this way. But this board is actually nigh unstoppable for me, so that's going to be bad. Gift of Bloodkin doesn't help me without drawing another card. Even then, I'm in a rough spot because I need to heal here. I can use this now, though, because they're not getting any value out of it, so I can actually trade off this. What do we actually want to get rid of here? Last word, restore X to your leader, X equals this follower's attack. I think we get rid of that just so it can't evo. They only heal 2. Give them a limited healing pool. We're actually not going to win with Dark Feast at this rate, because I'm going to die to their followers, because they just went full aggro. Which is fair, but they had a really nice hand with that Atomy play. I just kind of wasn't expecting it, honestly.
I'll see you in purgatory.
You beckoned? You beckoned?
Okay, this is not going to be good for me, but sure. Yep, very, very bad. Luck of the draw. Show me the money. It's a card, but it's not actually going to do anything to me. So we take another 2. I think we still die, right? No matter what. I just don't really have an option anyway, because I die no matter what. Since all I can do is bring this Floris out, and I'm just dead till I'm bored, even without Evo. That's kind of disappointing. But so be it.
I suppose I've lost this one.
Not like I had a follow-up play. I would have needed to draw that Drain instead of like Ambling Wraith or something. But then I wouldn't have got the Floris anyway, so none of it was really helping me. Not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to quickly check the missions. Yeah, we're only 1 off anyway. Clicking the wrong buttons, man. Clicking the wrong buttons. Alright, let's see how we go again. I do like this deck. Aggro Blood decks are some of my favorite decks, and this Wrath deck is a kind of in between. Wrath definitely seems like a hybrid-y mechanic where you can both be aggressive at the same time as keeping your health really high. Which, I mean, the ward thing is actually kind of broken and unfair because it's a pain to play against. But the rest of the deck feels reasonably consistently good. And definitely has its counters. That side of it definitely does. This is okay. I only really need, like, any 0-cost card at this point is a guaranteed setup for Floris on turn 3, which is what your main aim seems to be. If you can Floris on turn 3, you're pretty much set. Bloodfled is good. Disciple of Lust is good, but the odds of them having a cheap removal option to get rid of it is actually quite high. Which is fine now, because we drew 2 of them, so we can actually just play both if we want. Saves us having to use Gift, even though we got the guarantee now. Or, I mean, I could still use Gift and just trade the Disciple of Lust in, which is definitely an option. Okay, that's not good, but sure. We're gonna go for both of these, and just kind of hope that one sticks. That'll save me having to use Gift here. It'll actually be really nice if one lives. I don't have any hope that one will, but, you know, if it does, for some God knows reason. Come on, let it live. Let it live. Ah, damn. That's unfortunate. And we'll just use Prison of Pain plus Gift. That'll get me there. Cool. Fortunately, we do have a Floris in our hand now, which is just kind of bad. Let's see if I can draw a better card than Gift, but... yeah, that's not bad, actually. Now done 4. That's going to be 5 and 6.
Let me weave you a lie.
And we're pretty decently set up now. So the Devilish play next turn. Maybe? Oh, maybe not. I don't really have a way. I don't have a way to trigger her free Evo, which is what I would like to do. What can I do? Because the +3 on that is kind of big, and would get us both a Floris and a the ward. Would get us both in the next turn, which could be really important here, especially since they just were forced to use that without copying or anything, which means they're not easily getting those off. Alright, banishing that's fine. If they don't play a follower here, I'm actually kind of board locked out. Yeah, that's kind of sucky. Just play another Floris then, and we just pass. Yeah, that's now free Evo, and any other combo card that goes with it, like a Disciple of Lust with an Evo would do it. For the trigger effect. Do need, of course, enough things on board to hit, but... okay. And this is healing me for 3 at least, so that's not so bad. I can sit on it. Alright, we got about another 10 minutes left before I'll probably end up closing out the stream for the day. Definitely not a longer one. I mean, I did run like 2.5+ hours yesterday, I think. But today I want to keep it a little bit shorter. Since I want to go and have a shower and stuff when I finish here. So, just kind of balancing my time out the best I can. Alright, the 3/4 is a good trading option. Definitely not bad because it leaves their board empty. I really love the effect that was on Prison of Pain's animated card. Always a nice card. We go Demonic Ram isn't too bad either if I had to combo that with something, but I don't have any good ideal play here. And there's another Quadra Magic. Alright. Well, fuck me then, I guess.
My bond.
Come on, just play some followers or something, man. Just play some. Just some followers. Anything. I'll accept any followers at this point. Anything that I can, like, ram into repeatedly. Yeah, one of those isn't good enough. I need to see at least another follower. Come on. Show me one more. Damn it. Okay. Now what? Ram, Disciple. Ram, Disciple.
Striking for optimal damage.
We'll just hit him with a Disciple of Lust. There's no point playing double Ram here, but you know, YOLO it. Does get the ward out as well, which is actually not too bad. Just means we can't get it next turn, so we're only going to get the Florist if I use the Devil Diva plus Dual Axe Devil. Although that will heal us an astronomically good amount, and hopefully buy us enough time to get to turn 8, which is where we're really going to try and blow out the game. Even though we're not that high on damage, but we will be adding another 4 to that count, which will bring us to at least 12. A good start. Good start on it. Sure. Okay. Alright, that's might be bad. The problem is their trigger effect right now is going to be much faster than ours since we didn't really get the best of starts. Like, we started okay. We didn't do well in the turn 3 to, like, turn 4 actually more so. The fact they could easily quadra out our board was the biggest hit to us. I had to really think about what went wrong there, and yeah, I think it was the turn, our last turn. It was really not a good setup play. Even the turn before, actually, on turn 3 wasn't the best. Alright, so they're definitely going more to board here, which is not good for us. Alright, that's... alright. Makes up for it a little bit, I guess. So we can play this for free, evoing. Which means I can trade it. Get rid of that. Play this. I'm going to actually evo it so I can get rid of something else on their board. Probably the 3-3 there.
I'll split you like a diamond.
And that'll get us that. And then we'll heal at the start of their turn.
Raise the price.
That does get us to 12 on the Dark Feast. I can play Prison of Pain next turn, which gets us at least another 2 count on it to bring us to 14. That's suspecting that they're going to wipe me out, which they probably are, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because they're generating Elements of Creation already, and that's just going to heal them. Damn it. Pretty sure they've already got 2 of it as well, so I am just dead next turn if I can't heal immediately. That's not healing. It's actually worse because it's dealing damage to me. That is healing, except that I need to hit something. So we may as well just die, I guess. Well, I mean, if we're going out big, hey? Also, I didn't realize I played all the Florists already, because surely we had enough hits just then. I need Destroyed real quick. Yeah, all Florists had hit the board. Damn. That's unfortunate. One more turn would have got us much closer if we could have just survived, but... them having, I think all 3... actually, yeah, I think they had all 3, yeah. They had to have. They had to have played all 3 Isabel setups, because they quadred without elements early, then they played 2 quadras later that both produced elements, and they had no duplication cards that they'd played, so... that was the only way they could have done it that way. They just had multiple Isabels. Alright, we'll stick with this. I'll make it work. Dragon and going second, kind of not the best option, but we'll try. Double Bloodkin. That's an interesting one. Next play. We're gonna play Jules. Might not be the perfect play, but it'll do. We now have to out both of these, which is good for us, bad for them.
I'll face you head on.
Okay, they're gaining an empty play point. Fair, fair. That is going to cost them the entire turn now. That does put them 2 ahead of me. So how do I do this the most effective way possible, right? This is going to do it, and that's going to do it. And that doesn't mean I have to use the Bloodkins, which I think is what I want to do. Because then I can Bloodkin and Diva together.
I'll split you like a diamond.
I think that's what I want to do. That'll summon the Florist.
Let me weave you a lie.
And we're only 1 off triggering the Wrath, which means I can Bloodkin plus Diva next turn, get Florist, Ward, and have Diva with 4 health, because I will probably kill their Bloodkin, which will also leave me with a that. That was a pretty optimal setup, honestly. The fact that they stuck was what was big. Having those both stick early, and then I just had to play out what I had, really was actually insanely good. Cool. That does finish all our dailies. What is the time? Alright, we've got time for 1 more game. Cool. Right when I hit 5 viewers, you know, 1 more game. If I wasn't on a tighter schedule today for time, like with how I'd planned out my day, we would have played longer, but I really want to hit the shower at 8. We're only about 3 minutes off that, so I'll squeeze in 1 more game, and then I'll be heading off for the night.
You must die.
And I'll make sure to upload yesterday's stream to YouTube for everyone shortly after I finish, like within the next hour or so. Okay. Erica, what are you doing with that?
Come now, let us play together.
Well, I can go Disciple of Lust and, again, hope it sticks. I don't need it to stick that bad this time, actually. I'm not actually far off just being able to purely go for whatever I want, but it'd be nice if it sticks, because it's just more beneficial. If they don't really play anything, I'm happy. Yeah, Naturia isn't really anything important, so that's good. I'm gonna play the Jeweled Axe here.
More jewels, more.
This is the same setup as last time. Again, both of these stick. We're just looking at an amazing hand right now. It would be nicer if we drew as well as we did last time, but this is already a good start. Nice bit of setup. Everlasting Castle. What are they trying to pull here for 2? Their ward. That's fair. Don't really have a good way to deal with that now. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna play that. Then what? Ram. I could ram this if I want,
I'll split you
because
like
of
a
how
diamond.
my thing is set up here. We've already dealt 1 to ourselves. This is 2. This will be 3. This will be 4. There we go.
Let me weave you a lie.
It did mean we lost that, but I think taking out that ward now is just more beneficial for me. We still do keep the Disciple of Lust, which is fine. I wish there was a good way to check my Wrath count. I don't see any kind of good way to check a Wrath count here.
Do not seek what is
That should be something that was tracked, like, because they do rally count. They should track Wrath count here.
seek what is not
Like, damage dealt to self. It shouldn't be that hard, right? Alright, this is good. This is very good. So, this thing is reduced damage, right? So if I go 1 into that, deals 1 to me. That's dealing 1 already. Then we'll deal... So we've got 2 on our counter total right now, right? So we can do that for 3. And I can do that for 4. And I can actually just Evo... Oh no! The Evo drag went the wrong way. That was not my intended target.
Fists cause no pain.
Damn it. And I'll play this. Fuck it. I probably shouldn't have, because I could have got the ward here, which I'm going to get first. So definitely a mistake. I shouldn't have played the Disciple. Fuck. So between my misdrag and my Disciple misplay, I could have done that way better. I would have had an extra 3 damage. Or 2 damage, sorry. So they would have been at 4.
Foreseen this.
Fucking 6, sorry. I mean, we win because they concede, but that's not the point. I shouldn't have misplayed that so badly for our final game.
I hope you got what you wanted.
Like, I'm pretty sure we still were going, like, basically game from there, but we could have done so much better with that turn. Made it so much harder for them to win. So we only had one game that was really, like, messed up that they conceded when they had lethal. The rest were pretty okay. I think we well and truly did better than even here. So, like, we lost 4 out of 10? We played 10 games. That's not bad, actually. That's not a bad ratio. Yeah, so we lost 4 out of 10. So, 60% win rate so far. I will take it. I don't think I've got any... Do I have any packs to open? No, I don't. Okay. We've got one upcoming pack, which is nice. That was from the Grand Prix that was recent. Otherwise, not a lot else going on, I don't think. Our missions are all done. We're only 4 off this, which we'll probably finish out tomorrow, no problem. Especially with this blood deck. That's if I don't end up playing any tonight, which I might not, because there's not that much benefit to me just ranking up at the moment. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, even though it was a shorter one. I will probably be here tomorrow night, same time, same great place. Probably for a similar time period. It really does depend on how early I can get my son to go to bed. If he goes to bed on time, I leave myself with a minimum hour-and-a-half block. I can then, you know, stretch that a little bit. But overall, you know, we get at least an hour minimum streams. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, see ya.